Hey, what's up, Trust and Believe listeners? Your host, Shaun T here. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I really enjoy doing it. It is the highlight of my day when I film. Even on days when I'm tired, I start talking to y'all and I get really excited. With that said, I would love if you guys would leave a review, give me your feedback, and I would also love you to follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and let me know what other subjects you would like to hear me talk about or what other guests you would love to hear from. I love vibing with people. I love meeting new people. And most importantly, I love learning. Just to be very clear, I don't know it all. And like I say a lot in my podcast, I'm not perfect. I'm going off of my own life lessons. But I would love to talk to more people that you're interested in or people that you know. We love to take recommendations for guests. And more importantly, I just love being able to do my solo-sodes, is what we like to call them, on Fridays, because I really love talking to you one-on-one, looking you in your eyes, and just vibing as best we can. So please leave a review. With that said, I'm so excited about today's episode because this episode was recorded live with my Dig Deeper Nation group. It's a group of 40,000 people that are going through a ridiculous fitness journey right now. The thing I love most about it is that we are really focused on that mental fitness and how to really push through as we go along. So as you hear me talk about mental fitness, you're also going to hear me talk about the weight loss mindset that happens as we start to go through the journey of life, but more importantly, and specifically in this episode, the journey of fitness. So sit back, relax. I always like to tell you to get some notes ready if you're not driving, and get ready to trust and believe in the weight loss mindset. And thank you for listening.
Somebody say, oh yeah!
No? What's up? He's better than Oprah. Come on, y'all.
This is Shaun T, and it's time to trust and believe. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here tonight. First of all, welcome. For those of you who have known me for a long time, thank you for being here. For those of you who may be just new to me, I'm Shaun T, which you probably know by now. And I'm just so appreciative that you want to come and join the conversation tonight. And tonight's conversation is about weight loss and mindset. So that's one of the things that you guys put on your poll in terms of like what it is that you want. And I just really wanted to take this message and push it forward tonight, because I just really care about the human experience. And in my business, in terms of fitness, most of the time, weight loss is why people begin. Weight loss is the number one reason why people really want to go into a weight loss journey, obviously, or just a fitness journey in general. Another reason is because a doctor told you had to do it. Another reason is because someone broke up with you, or someone was just flat out mean as hell and made you feel bad about yourselves. So the first thing I want to say is there's a reason why all of us begin our weight loss journey in the first place, or begin our fitness journey in the first place. And if you have a pen or a paper, or if you actually have your notes available on your phone or your computer, I want you to write some things down tonight, or as you listen to this, because I really think it's important for you to be able to pinpoint your reasons why you're going on this journey. Now, I forgot to say that some people go on a fitness journey just because they want to and they like fitness, and that's okay too. But why are you going on this journey? Why are you here? Why is weight loss and mindset important to you? Why is the combination of those things important to you? I'll tell you a little backstory about me. Obviously, I think if you've all read my book, T is for Transformation, you now know that I woke up one morning, I gained 50 pounds. I was very unhappy with what I saw in the mirror, and I was very unhappy with my confidence, and I was hiding from my sexuality, right? But what was that one thing that made me want to start my fitness journey? And that one thing that made me want to start my fitness journey is the fact that I was just very unhappy with who I was. Very unhappy with what I saw in the mirror, and very unhappy with what I was becoming as a human being. Now, I want you to take this opportunity, if you're not driving your car, of course, to write down your reason why you began your fitness journey in the first place. Another thing that I want you to really think about and focus on is an answer for yourself is, did you go on this fitness journey to lose weight? Did you go on this fitness journey to gain weight? Or did you go on this fitness journey just, again, like we said before, just because you had to get healthier? Because it's really important to know that, or to distinguish the reasons why you're on your fitness journey. Are you on your fitness journey because you were made to be, or is it by choice? Because that will determine the type of mindset, at least, that you begin with. Now, there's a lot of people who may be listening to this and you say, well, I've already lost the weight, I already know. And it doesn't matter whose weight loss story I'm listening to. I always find a way to attach to what someone else has been through, and it always unlocks a door of emotion. It unlocks a door of motivation, and it unlocks a door of just commitment to myself, so that I can actually reattach to the reason why I began my fitness journey in the first place. And so with that, if you have written down, or if you have actually jotted down maybe in your brain why you began on your fitness journey in the first place, the next thing I want to talk about really quickly is how it actually attaches to the mindset that you have as you move forward. Because, you know, I watch TikTok videos all the time, probably too much. And a lot of times what I see when I'm watching some of these videos on TikTok and people showing their weight loss stories is, I got a divorce, someone told me I was unattractive, you know, these reasons that were outside sources why they started. And that is not bad at all. So understand, I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is, if you started your fitness journey from an outside source, you have to also remember that you made the choice to motivate yourself to do something. And at some point along your fitness journey, that person, that rude person, that place, or that thing that wasn't you, that was mean, has to be eliminated from the equation, and you have to attach to that internal power and that internal strength that's getting up and making you move or focus on your nutrition every single day. It's really important for you to do what I like to call the weight loss slide, meaning, or the mindset slide when it comes to weight loss. We all start here, right? We all start here, but where are we going to slide to in terms of what the real reason is? A lot of times I say, you know, it's not the thing, it's the thing. Sometimes, and people might say this is really tough. This is really tough for me to say. Some people might say some really mean things. They just didn't know how to say it to you to motivate you to push yourself forward. Because I believe that a lot of people who want to lose a lot of weight, I hate to say need to lose a lot of weight. I believe that, we know, we look in the mirror every damn day. You ain't gotta fucking tell me that I got 10 extra pounds if I got 10 extra pounds. Like, there's no reason for you to be telling me that. However, because I know, but if someone came up and say, hey, this is a really tough thing for me to talk about, but you've been talking about how you want to lose weight, or you've been talking about how you want to change your body, and I want to assist you in helping you do that, and how can I be a motivating factor for you to push forward, right? It's different than being mean. And so at the end of the day, going back to the mindset weight loss slide, is like, you have to slide over into you, meaning your mentality has to become completely dependent on what it is that you want. And I know I say that a lot of times, but your weight loss, your journey, especially your mentality, has to become completely dependent on you. Not the rude ass person that told you you need to lose weight, not the rude ass person in your mind that's the fitness bully that you see when you look in a mirror. No, it has to become completely off of what it is that you want. And that's why in my workouts, and I'll go here for a second, in my workouts, that's why I say, you know, I'd say dig deeper, trust and believe, but I'm always talking about like this is your body. Like, you're right there. Like, you're right there. Sometimes I'm right here with you, but you're right there. And those really tough moments when you're about to put something in your mouth or when you're about to do a hard workout, you have to literally act like you're standing or laying, sometimes laying if the workout is too hard, laying right next to yourself and being like, you're right there. You're right there. You're right there for yourself. And so that's just like my little intro to what I want to talk about tonight when it comes to the weight loss mindset. All right, now, before I got on this live tonight, I really tried to do some research, and I tried to find some studies on weight loss and mindset. And a lot of what I was coming across was nutrition or what they did with lab rats or mice or whatever. And then I just decided for tonight, nix the studies route and just to go off of what I know. Because here's what I know. The less, and there are a lot of people who will agree with me, but let me finish as I go along. The less you focus on the number on the scale, the more mentally powerful and more mentally strong you will be. And I will say that again. The less time you spend about worrying about the number when you wake up in the morning and you step on that scale, the more powerful you will be and the stronger you'll be in your mind. And here's my challenge to you from the moment you are listening to this right now. If you're a person that gets on the scale every day, I do not care. I want you to I don't know if you can take it to a friend's house. Maybe you take it to your parents' house that's been quarantining and wears a mask. Take it to somebody else's house. And for this, so right now I'm doing Shaun T's training camp, so I'll say for the next 6 weeks of your life, I want you to just completely get rid of the scale. Now, if you're somebody who's like, I don't have the scale, like I don't get on the scale every day. One thing I want you to stop focusing on is, I just want you to stop focusing on but did I lose weight? I'll just tell you a story. So I finished recording Hip Hop Abs. This is in 2006, maybe 2007. I finished recording. The infomercial had come out. It was my very first Beachbody program. It was my very first time being globally put out there in the fitness industry. And I felt this tremendous amount of pressure to be the Shaun T that everyone saw on the video, because in my Hip Hop Abs video, I'm always like, if you see me on the street, be like, hey, Shaun T, or something I say, right? And that honestly was a blessing, not a blessing in disguise. It was a nightmare in disguise. And the reason why I say it was a nightmare in disguise is because I put this pressure on myself that I had to look like a fitness instructor. I had to look like what everyone else thought I should look like. And what that prompted me to do was to buy the best scale, to put it in my bathroom. And every morning when I woke up, I would get on the scale before I went to the bathroom, number 2, and then I would get on the scale after I finished going to the bathroom, number 2, always hoping that every time I got on the fucking scale, ounces would diminish. And it is so, I'm sorry y'all, it's so fucking annoying because I literally was taking myself down this road of like my day started out with how much less of me am I going to be? How much of me am I going to let the world take away? I wasn't looking at the weight that I have as something like powerful and amazing and being like, well, you develop this amazing fitness program and you have muscle and like you're a real person and sometimes you might be a pound heavier the next day. I wasn't looking at it as like, oh, I had a really good time going out with my friends last night and I'm celebrating some success. I'm from the hood. I was on food stamps. Like, now I can actually do these things and have good dinners and not, ration out my food. I wasn't saying that. What I was saying was, I want to eat less. I want to weigh less. And in essence, what it was doing was fucking taking away my confidence even more than it was when I was gaining the weight. Because not only I'm like compounding amazingness with the baggage from the past by hoping every single day I'm losing weight. When really, if you looked at me, I didn't need to lose weight. I was conforming to what society thought I should look like because of a fucking commercial. Right? And the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because we literally take on so much of what other people want from us instead of saying, what is it that you want? But what do you want? Like, when you wake up every day, the mindset has to come before you get out of the bed, before you get on the scale, before you press play in the workout. The mindset comes from you deciding not only what it is that you want, but how far you're going to push that day. And maybe it's not a 10, but I'm actually going to push to my own capabilities. I'm going to push to my possibilities, and I'm going to push to what it is that I want. Notice that in no way, shape, or form in the last, 7 minutes or so, did I say anything about counting calories? Did I say anything about macros, micros? Did I say anything about intermittent fasting? Did I say anything about any nutrition plan or time nutrition? I ain't say shit about that. The only thing I'm saying about right now is you. Mindset comes from you. You have to understand that you are in control of what happens, and you have to start to eliminate. Now go with me here. You have to eliminate the white noise. The fitness industry is full. I'm sorry, y'all. Brace yourself. Put your phone on mute because I'm going to curse real quick. The fitness industry is full of fucking white noise. Eat this, not that. Cook this, not that. It's full of all these things, but what it's not full of, and I'm telling you right now, it's not full of me or people like me or people saying like, no, cut that shit out. Cut it out. What do you want? What's in your head every day? What are you waking up saying to yourself? Like I've talked about before. What is the soundtrack of your day? What is the soundtrack of the first 5 minutes of your morning? Like if I was able to, put a plug, an aux cord into your ear and hear what it is that you're saying to yourself, am I going to get back, I'm going to do this today? Hell yeah. I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going through something right now, but you know what? I'm slaying the game. I'm going to do the best that I can do. Am I getting that? Or am I getting, oh my gosh, I have to log on and I have to tell people how much I weigh? Now, I want to be very clear. I know people who have been successful with things like Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm saying that if you don't take the opportunity to connect with yourself first, you're going to go down the same road that I went down. It'll be your road, but it'll be a similar road. Because the road that I started going down was, instead of like the scale going down, I was so mentally exhausted from that 7 minutes of getting on the scale, going to the bathroom, sometimes longer. I don't even think it was social media back then, so I wasn't on the toilet half as long. But scale, on the toilet, doing the number 2, getting off the scale, trying to see if I lost more weight. I became so stressed out from doing that I actually saw my weight increasing. And so when it came time to do Insanity, it was like, I'm getting older. Like, oh my gosh, like I almost panicked because I was just like, I got to work this hard. I got to do this. I got to like look this way because everyone in Hip Hop Abs, I was 187 pounds. In Insanity, I was 201. Right? And so I had this big fluctuation between my first Beachbody program to my second Beachbody program. And honestly, had my grandmother not passed away and I had something to take my mindset off of my weight when I was filming, I don't know if Insanity would have been such a great workout. But because I was going through something that was heavier when I was recording Insanity, when I say, do the best you can do, if I say you're right there, or if I say the stronger you get, the better you feel, like, not only was I talking about that in fitness, but I was talking about that, like what I was going through with my grandmother, emotions coming up, right? So that's why I'm like, and Insanity at 13, 14 pounds heavy or whatever was my most successful program. And I initially almost went into that being like, oh my gosh, I want to feel self-conscious. Like, I don't want to, get on camera. And I'm not saying obviously that my grandmother passing was a great thing, but the thing that she left me, the legacy that she left me with was like, connect to your real emotions and use those emotions to push yourself forward and to push other people forward. I mean, it's so important, y'all. Like, your mindset is so important. I know you probably see my tears welling up here, but the mindset, like, it can rock your world. And the only reason why I'm starting to think about my grandmother as I talk to you guys, which is like crazy, but it's just, it's so real. And, she really helped my mentality in that time. Damn it, I didn't even think I was going to start thinking about that. But it really is the time when I started to realize that your mindset is going to take you much further than your weight. It just is. And, even people that I like absolutely love when it comes to weight loss and nutrition, mostly what they say is they talk about what's happening to your body and how you're actually going to get through it by believing in yourself and believing that you can do it and committing to what it is that you can do. I mean, this is so important, y'all. This is so important. There's so many scientific facts that prove that if you get yourself in a positive mindset, amazing things start to happen. I actually did a podcast yesterday that's probably not going to come out for a couple weeks, but with this amazing guy, Aaron Alexander, and we connected so good on the podcast, and we were actually talking about death, and it was so crazy. And like, how I'm not even going to tell you what we discussed, but there was an amazing revelation that I came up with that really enhanced my mindset even more. And that's the next thing I want to say. Where I'm going with this is, mindset is a continuum, y'all. Mindset is the way to really, take yourself forward. You have to find a way daily to slide from maybe any outside source or any outside reason as to why you wanted to lose weight, and slide inward. Slide into your heart, slide into your mind, know why you wanted to do this, and don't focus on a number. I'm literally going to say it. And I want to say this, and I'll be very real. There's a lot of people out there right now that's like, oh, the scale doesn't matter, or forget the scale. And I want to let y'all know, I've been saying this for years, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but there are people out there that's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, no, you didn't come up with that. I've been saying it for years, and people used to get mad at me. I've had literally fights in the fitness industry when I would say, like, don't worry about the weight. And people were like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's because no one wanted to dive into the mind. I've been saying it for years. And again, I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm literally saying, I've been saying it for years. I could sit here and have 2 hours of tears roll down my face, not to make you guys feel sad, but to let you know every corner of my emotion that I went through and went to, if you will, when it comes to the mentality that surrounds weight loss. And, we literally have to celebrate now. You have to find a way to celebrate now, because now is what's going to propel you to the future. There are people out there, and I like to be honest, that there are people out there that the scale motivates them, and maybe they haven't had my experience. But I'm still going to say, before you step up on there, connect to what it is that you want. Don't connect to what Shaun T told you to do. Don't connect to what that person over there told you to do. Connect to that soundtrack in your mind. Put the earphones on to your own soundtrack. Like, what are you saying to yourself before you listen to me? Because even if the thing that you're saying to yourself is not positive, here's the thing. You can't hide from your own truth. Like, you know what you're saying is not positive. And sometimes assessment creates an opportunity for you to dissect the assessment even more. And that's why therapy is so important. I remember going into my very first therapy session and being like, I have no idea what to do or what to say. The only thing I knew I could do was talk. And I didn't know where therapy was going to take me and where it was going to end. And by the time I was with my second therapist, I was able to like really, my first therapist was amazing, helped me with like my sexuality and just like the real belief in myself, not the fake belief in myself, not the faking the funk of what I wanted people to think I was, but he actually helped me believe who I was because I was able to verbalize who I was. And then my second therapist, she actually took me to a place where I could dissect these corners of the emotional variety, if you will. So anyway, I say all that to say mindset is something that you have to connect to every day. And the more you talk to yourself, the more the things that I say to you will enhance, the more other motivators that you have, whatever they say to you will enhance a little more. But, you know, this whole weight loss thing that I know a lot of you want will happen if you obviously commit to fitness and nutrition. And we can talk about nutrition on another day. But let me tell you what's going to happen that's going to be amazing. Happiness. Happiness by connecting to you every day will make weight loss, will make inches lost that much more powerful. Notice that when I asked you to write, take a progress photo, I didn't say, and put your weight down there, and put your inches, right? I do ask at the end, like, how much weight have you lost? Because I know a lot of people are like, I do eventually want to see that, you know? But a really good friend of mine sent me a message today. And she actually shared some photos. And she said, this photo reminds her of where she was a year ago. I was at such a low point in my journey. I refused to get on the scale and hated my body. And I was so uncomfortable. Like, just sitting was uncomfortable because there was just fat all around me and that I wasn't used to. I was carrying so much grief and pain, but I never gave up and kept showing up, knowing at some point everything would start to fit into place and make sense again. Here's to the reminders in celebrating that my dimple is getting more and more noticeable. I still have a journey ahead of me, but I've come a long way. It's amazing and incredible and powerful and motivational for me to get this message from her. That's just a point. Notice she didn't say how much weight she lost. She talked about the feeling. She was dealing with grief. She was dealing with certain pains and other things. But anyway, and Eliza's amazing. She was a part of my safe space for a very long time. This safe space is a community of people right now. They're going through my 7 Superpower course. It's enhancing your 7 superpowers, 7 ways to achieve personal growth course that they're going through now. So if you guys, we're going to actually release that for you guys at the live event that we'll tell you about, or we'll give you more info for soon. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here tonight and really share with you that your mindset and connecting to yourself daily is the most important thing to enjoy your weight loss. To smile like Eliza did. Smiling from your heart, smiling from the inside out. And it's just an incredible journey if you're able to not let go, but work through. It's an incredible journey if you're able to work through the things, to know where to place them in your emotions. Like I did, like I still have that conversation from the growth and learning I had with my grandmother, like to learn where to put it so that you can enjoy your journey. And I'll leave you with this. The worst thing that you could possibly do is go through a nutrition journey, a fitness journey, and not like who you are at the end and only celebrate a number, because numbers fluctuate. The feeling of happiness will stick with you for a very long time, if not forever. Let's go after happiness. Let's do that. Your mindset will be on top of 100. And if you don't already, you will trust and believe in who you are. If you haven't subscribed to my podcast, please go subscribe to my podcast, Trust and Believe, on wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, and anywhere else. And I appreciate it. Always trust and believe in who you are. Have an amazing night.